Hi, my name is Jonathan, and today I want to present case analysis to new business venture in Malaysia, and the company that I've chosen is Raiz Invest Malaysia. So the storyboard, on 31st May 2020, Raiz Malaysia was founded. So Raiz Malaysia Sdn Bhd had secured a digital investment management license from Security Commission Malaysia, and Raiz Malaysia managed to secure an investment from Jewels Digital's venture amounting 7.2 million ringgit by selling 30% of their stakes. And on 23 July 2020, during their expansion, PNB launches Malaysia's first micro-investing mobile app. Jewel Digital Ventures is PNB's subsidiaries. So PNB President and Group Chief Executive Ahmad Zulkarnain said it aimed to secure more than 60,000 sign-up for the application by year-end, adding that the app currently has 15,000 users. And by today, by the end of 2020, Raiz had more than 110,000 sign-up with Rm 12.5 million ringgit under its management. This figure is rising rapidly. And Raiz Malaysia began offering more bank options for the user, as on their initial launch, only Maybank cardholder can invest into the application. So, what is Raiz? So Raiz is a financial service app helping you to save and invest your money. Raiz makes investing and saving easier, as it is as low as Rm5 to deposit. Raiz also help you to round up the nearest ringgit and put that spare change straight into your investment account. You may also choose recurring investment daily, weekly, fortnightly, and monthly. Lump sum option is also available if you wish to put a large amount of investment. Raiz in Malaysia is a partnership between Permodalan Nasional Berhad (PNB) and Raiz Invest Australia Limited. Raiz helps you to invest into Amanah Saham Nasional Berhad (ASNB) unit trust funds. So this is the product for Raiz. We have 3 smart portfolio: conservative, moderate, and aggressive fund. So for the conservative portfolio, 80% bonds and 20% equity, moderate 50% bonds and 50% equity, and for aggressive funds, 20% bonds and 80% equity. So to your right, as you can see, is the featured holding for the aggressive and conservative portfolio combination. To the left is the company equity, and to the right is the bonds future. So for example, the equity is Tenaga Nasional Berhad, Sime Darby, and so on. And for the bonds is Public Islamic Bank Sukuk. Sukuk is bond in Malay, and so on. And for the moderate portfolio combination, the first row is equity, the TNB Malayan Banking Berhad, Petronas Chemical Group Berhad, and the second row is the bond feature. Again, Southern Power General Sdn Bhd, and so on. This is the second row is the bond. And this is the organization chart. So the executive director or chief executive officer is Adil Isham and his team member. So this is the highlighted issue. For marketing is high fees. First, high fees, and second is limited investment product. And for perception and reputation, somewhat limited control over the company. So for the high fees, Raiz have a clear and simple fees, which is 150 cents per month for its account under Rm 6,000, or 0.005% per month for account over 6,000 ringgit. However, if a person have an account, for example, like 100 ringgit, the monthly fees that cost 1.5 ringgit annually would cost up to 18% per year, which is very expensive. It will hurt their small account holder. And the product they offer is also very limited. The only investment product that is currently offered is what offered by PNB. All bundled into 3 smart portfolio that cater to the customer preferred risk, the one that I mentioned just now. However, the product that they offer does not match the variety of what their competitor offered. And Raiz, for the issues for somewhat limited control over the company, Raiz Malaysia faces stringent rules and regulation according to their agreement. And one of their major issues that they faced was their inability to connect other banks through their application, and because during their launch, only Maybank have the exclusive rights for the application. So now let's move on to the Timon's model. So we have opportunity, teams, and resource here. So opportunity, with the rise of smartphone and internet usage in Malaysia, more people, especially the younger generation, are more comfortable investing using their smartphone rather than conventional way of meeting financial advisor. And at the moment, most of Malaysians still does not have knowledge to invest into stock market. Raiz is very easy to use. And the team just now that I mentioned on the previous slides, their team member is total 8, including a CEO, so it's a very small team. All are highly experienced and skilled in their field. And as for resources, their initial grant of 7.2 million is a big advantage for a startup. Secondly, the company also have the knowledge and tool needed as their partnership with Raiz Australia and PNB are already a big player in financial industry. And they can use that as their advantage because they also have the knowledge and skill needed, necessary from the big financial player to propel them into success. So this is the SWOT analysis. We have strength, opportunity, weakness, and threats. So the strength, the first one is engagement with their user. Second is user-friendly. 3 is ongoing advertisement on social media. Robo-advisor is also gaining popularity in Malaysia. And for opportunity, high potential target market. The pandemic, second opportunity is the pandemic caused many people finding a new way to invest digitally. And third, it have received a lot of media attention, especially when during their launch. It is launched by Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Akbar Aziz. It is a very popular figure in Malaysia, especially in the finance industry. And for weakness, it have a very small team, despite it have a huge initial capital injection and expensive flat rates. The 1.50 ringgit issue that I just mentioned just now, and then it is slow to introduce new product or feature with outside influence, especially since they need to refer to their partner for any new inputs. And for the threats, robo-advisor is getting tougher to compete. The competition is getting tougher, especially from Wahid Invest and Stashaway. And the unstable current economy and politics of Malaysia could also discourage people from saving, because right now many of us is also struggling, right, financially. And then cybersecurity threats is also on the rise, especially from Indonesia, especially with the latest hacking attacks. There was big news recently. And then this is the Taos analysis. So we start from the SO. Maintain loyalty by keeping in touch with their customer, by sharing the latest news relating to financial industry and asking for feedback. Second is create viral content and increase marketing, especially on social media. Since Raiz collaborate with PNB, this also can create trust among Malaysians. For weakness, ST, maintain the advantage of low barrier entry, which is RM5. Most robo-advisor require a minimum of 100 ringgit as an initial deposit. And aggressive marketing, not only digital media, but also giving referral incentive to investor that can bring new investor to the platform. So investor get investor, something like that. And then WO, with the rising profit from their investment, it is possible to hire more staff in the future, especially with the increasing workload. And then maintaining collaboration with extremely reputable institution will solidify their consumer trust. And the W2, with the flat rate of RM5, 1.50 cents for investment below 1,000, instead put a competitive rate based on percentage on the amount of the investment, and be selective of new features and constantly updating, monitoring, and improve the software. And this is their financial analysis. Since Raiz is still a new company, it still don't have their annual report, but from what they share on their official Facebook page and their official website, they have a total of 12.5 million under their management, and it have continued to grow rapidly because on 31st July it's only 1 million, and now it's 12.5 million. That's 1,250% increase. And this is the competitor analysis. And then we have Wahid, Stashaway, and Best Invest. and I put Raiz over here. So this is the other competitor, Stashaway, and Wahid Invest. So the recommendation: high fees. Implement fees on based on percentage. Maintain low overhead costs. And the issues. The second one is the limited investment product. Diversify investment product and find new market, especially not only new investor but also a seasoned investor, especially those with a huge capital. And then number three is somewhat limited control of the company. So the solution is develop written policy and procedure for task and process, and examine communication process and improve where is needed. So this is the performance matrix that I had given for the marketing over here, and this is the performance matrix for the perception and reputation. So this is the timeline. So we start with the high importance, which is the perception and reputation. So we need to record clear policy for everything from deadline for financial statement to how to proceed with debt collection, and collaborative communication between management, teams, and stakeholders regarding significant event within the company to ensure consistent operation and compliance. Who is responsible? Filza Idris, Compliance and Corporate Service. And when? It is very critical, especially for the startup. It is advisable to execute within 3 months period. So this is the most important part they need to do first. And then the second, for the medium importance, is diversifying product and finding new market, how it works. Diversify into more asset class, more than just stocks and bonds, and target experienced investor with huge sum of money. Who is responsible for executing? Umama Ali, investment and operation. And when? It will be challenging since the startup is still new and PNB still have exclusive right with Raiz. However, in order to be competitive with other robo-advisor, Raiz need to tackle this issue within 6-month time frame. And then the lowest important from the metrics is the implementation fee based on percentage and maintaining low overhead costs. And how it works: implement a percentage raise fees, a flat rate of 150 cents per month, will discourage small unit holder to use the application and only increase staff when necessary, and choose a cheaper office option. So basically implement percentage based fees and keep overhead costs low. And who is responsible? Shazlin Suhaimi from operation. And when? Since the startup still need to increase its current cash flow, therefore it is not the top priority. However, it is still need to be executed within 9-month period. So the summary: Raiz Malaysia definitely have a bright future in fintech industry. They have the right ingredient for success. Raiz Malaysia had received many capital injection from investor, having a very strong and prestigious partnership with PNB and Raiz Australia. These two entities is already a very big financial name in both in Malaysia and Australia, and currently gaining popularity in Malaysia. Raiz is gaining popularity in Malaysia. And however, its strength partnering with one of Malaysia's biggest financial company also find itself to lose a bit of control of the company. It is very challenging for them to try out new ideas and changes without the consent of their partnership with PNB and Raiz Australia. So in conclusion, Raiz need to find the perfect balance, not to lose their key partnership, at the same time need to step up its game in a very competitive market. So that's it from me. Thank you very much. Let me end this with Raiz main logo, which main quote, which is "Sikit-sikit lama-lama jadi bukit." Thank you.